From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Los Angeles Rams and the Kansas City Chiefs. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys, that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
To about the 40-yard line. The Chiefs at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And they were a bit fortunate last week having to gut out a one-point victory, so they definitely have some room for improvement here. But that type of a win leads them to believe that they can get much better in the future.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now here's Mahomes. Able to find Pryor. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 25-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. That's his first catch of the game and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. 2nd and 12. Mahomes, he's got Smith here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. So just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Here's Fields. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be 1st, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Third and 2, Fields. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Going for the deep ball. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
And just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. Off play action, Fields. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Fields. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. They'll pitch this out to Pollard. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And Gay knocks this one through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the play clock running down, so Mike Tomlin burns a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Got his target. That's Kohler.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12.
43! Attack!
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down.
Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignment. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Pryor has it complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
They're going to run a little pop pass here. And they're down to the 41.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Oh, he bowls over it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That good for 22 and a first down. I thought he had the angle along that sideline. Didn't quite get there, though.
Didn't quite get there, but they did keep him from getting into the end zone. Now when you look down and line up on defense, you see the goal line beneath your feet. If that doesn't motivate you to play harder, I don't know what will.
Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
2nd and 14.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Fields trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
First down, Rams.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed. Well, my education continues in this game, I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful, and it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final play of the first half to have the guts to do that. But I guess, what do we say? The end will justify the means, right?
No doubt about it. For you and me, we live, we learn.
So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They'll run with Pollard. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
To throw is Fields.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because Those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Pick six last drive. Here's Fields again. He'll get this one complete to Atwell.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. One play action. Fields.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
To the air again, Fields. That's into the hands of Jacob Harris.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw. Fields.
Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Jordan Fuller there to take him down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time. So make sure.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. He's got it to the 43 here. 6 yards left on second down. Going to run again here with Pollard. And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. Here's Pollard. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Pollard going to try the right side. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Field's going to toss this quickly out wide, complete. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. He tried to keep it himself, but can't stretch his way in. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse. How's that?
8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Easy.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. He's got him in, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They give him a gain of 37.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
We're down to the 41.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain an 11-point spread. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Marcus Jones picks it, and the Chiefs are going to have it here just past the 25. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
128 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the...
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Chiefs are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
One thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears weren't realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that one spanning an even 65 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off, because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
Going up top. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Marcus Jones picks it.
Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The offense on third down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw, it's Mahomes. Able to find Pryor. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the 44, Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Rams are going to have it here at their own 15.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
They'll get this one to Cup, complete. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate it was just incomplete. And
nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now here is another interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Mahomes now to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Play action. It's Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Throwing on third down, Fields.
And that's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
141 yards rushing for him now on 25 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really made the statement.